Hey everybody, welcome back to another Triple Hound video. We are back now in Chapter 2, Season 7, making more custom Fortnite skins using largely the Boundless customizable skin set, but now also we have the Chimera Alien customizable skin at our disposal as well. And we have gotten requests in the comments of previous custom skin videos asking for more Invincible skins. More skins from the comic book and television show Invincible. We've done a ton of them already. We've obviously done Invincible himself. We've tried to make Omni-Man and Adam Eve and Duplicate and a whole bunch of others, and we have gotten even more requests for more skins from Invincible, including, but not limited to, Red Rush, Green Ghost, who you see here in front of you, as well as Bulletproof, Anissa, and Alan the Alien, who we, of course, would use the Chimera skin to make, as I mentioned. You might be wondering why we haven't made Green Ghost already, considering how easy she apparently is to make. And that's because we really just didn't think it was necessary. We figured anybody out there who has these skins knows that they can just use green on green coloring for really any of the female skins in order to make Green Ghost. We really didn't think we had to explain that. But since we were doing so many other Invincible skins in this one big Invincible skin blowout, we thought, what the hell, might as well just make that one too, since it was requested. The other thing I'll say is because we're making so many custom skins in this one particular video, I'm probably not going to bother to drop them into any in-game action. I just want to sort of show you how to make them here in the locker, and then we'll just call it a video. So let's start with Green Ghost. As I mentioned, for this one we use polarity, but it really doesn't matter since there's no skin or hair showing when you make the skin. We used Suit Pattern Victorious, a full mask. It doesn't really matter at that point what you do with the eye mask, but we took the belt off. Primary material is cloth, and of course that's green. Secondary material is spandex, and that's also green. And that kind of allows us to get something very close to the same color of green in both places. You can still see, if you look closely enough, a difference between the two, but from a distance it looks pretty close to Green Ghost. No accessory color necessary, no eye effects or eye color necessary. Neither the skin nor hair is showing, as I mentioned, so you can skip past this. And there is no sticker necessary. In the locker we gave her no back bling, but we did give her the green Hulk smashers because that at least gives her green fists to kind of smash through things. She isn't known for having giant hands by any stretch of the imagination, but this at least sticks with the right color, and she doesn't really have a weapon to speak of, so her using her fists as harvesting tools kind of makes sense in that regard. I used the Pixel Pilot for a glider because it's at the very least the right color. And I really didn't bother with Contrail, although you could use, for instance, the Doom Drop and it wouldn't be too bad. At least it would match color-wise. I gave her the Bouncy Ball emote, again, because it's green. But otherwise, I just gave her random emotes. The only other one that I think probably makes sense is Evasive Maneuvers. I gave her the Verdant Vascularity for a wrap, and just gave her otherwise a fairly green circular banner, nothing special down there. Now moving on to Red Rush, we used the Hunter skin for this with Suit Pattern Bold, the half mask, head style, eye mask of course doesn't matter at that point, but belt on. Primary material is cloth, and we used Brick Red for that to try to capture some of the pattern. Rush has mostly red on red, but it's sort of a dark red on a light red, so you can see a difference in his uniform in the television show at the very least, so we tried to replicate that here. The secondary material is cloth, and that is the lighter of the two red colors, and the accessory color is also red. We did give him eye color red, although we didn't have any eye effects on, and this is because he does have kind of red goggle things over his eyes. No need for a skin tint or a hair tint change, and no need for a sticker. I gave him the Speed Force Slashers as a harvesting tool, and the Strike Glider because they carry the same basic motif. I used Spectrum as a contrail, although really kind of anything would work. That sort of seems fast. And the only emotes that I would really recommend are Full Tilt, because he's sort of running and running as fast as he can. And of course, Quick Bite, which is the Flash's emote in this thing. And he is basically a rip-off of the Flash, so that makes total sense. And Blasted, which is a red and black wrap, is what I used for a wrap for him, rounding out his preset. Now let's jump into Anissa. We used Polarity again for her. She's a little bit of a controversial character in the comic book. She hasn't made an appearance in the television show yet. I'll let you Google why she's a little bit controversial. But for the meantime, let's just concentrate on trying to come up with a custom skin that looks like her. And for that, we used the suit pattern Peerless. Hairstyle B, she's known for having kind of short pixie type cut. No eye mask, but belt on. Primary material is cloth, and the primary color is white. Secondary material is also cloth, and the secondary color is platinum. She is seen as having sort of a light gray on white uniform. It's not quite like this. It's mostly gray, I guess you could say, from the chest down, with white on the top. We weren't able to replicate that quite right using any of these suit patterns, but this is as close as we could get to catching the theme of it. Accessory color is white, no eye effects or eye color, no skin tint or hair tint, and we did put a sticker on her. We put Ghost of the Past on her because she does have a circular kind of black and white emblem on her uniform, so this kind of fits. Of course, the emblem is different in the comic book, but this is as close as we could get. For her, mostly again for color coordination's sake, we gave her the Bank Shots harvesting tool using the white color. We gave her the Comet Glider to drop down to Earth with, because she is Viltrumite, she's from outer space. Zip ribbons, again, because there's nothing special about the zip ribbons. They're a nice basic contrail to use for people who don't have anything specific, and it's largely a white and black color scheme. And because she's Viltrumite, she has all of the super strong, super powerful emotes here. Like, for instance, Jump Jets because she can fly, Bulletproof, and Featherweight. Super strength, super speed, all of that. I gave her the all wrap because, again, mostly a black and white color scheme, and I gave her a silver banner. Next up for our invincible character parade here is Bulletproof. We used Hypersonic for this one with hairstyle A, eye mask on, and belt on. Primary material is plastic with a primary color of mustard. Secondary material of metallic with a secondary color of orange. We do use orange as an accessory color and gave him orange eyes because he does have like orange goggles on, and this is as close as we could get to replicating those orange goggles for him. No skin tint or hair tint color, and no sticker necessary for him. A lot of the same superhero-y things are in our emotes, and nothing special in the top of the preset for him, except that I wanted to use the burn mark wrap for him. We thought this was kind of the best wrap for him. Most everything else can be whatever you want it to be. And last but not least, we're going to jump into the customizable Chimera skin to try to make Alan the Alien. Now, on the television show, Alan is kind of a Cyclops character. He's got orangish red skin with kind of a purple and white outfit. But it's not an armor outfit so much as it looks like a collared shirt almost. So we kind of have to make do with what we can here. But at the very least, we can give him the single eye gazing head here for the top part. The bottom part we would leave as smooth because he doesn't have a weird mouth or anything like that. What would be perfect for an eye is a white eye with a pupil in it, but we really don't have that option here. The only ones we have with pupils in them are these colors here, and the closest we can get to white is the Solar Flare. I don't actually own the Solar Flare yet, so I kind of just have to show you here in the Battle Pass construction area. Skin color, you could try a couple of different things. I went with Sulfur for him because I think it's the closest we can kind of get, and all of the colors here have sort of a secondary and tertiary color to them. So there's a primary color in the middle band you can see there, and secondary colors outside of that. And we think this one is the closest because it has that dark purple color as kind of its secondary color, and that's as close as we can get. You could also decide to do the oxygen one, the kind of the red and green one, but the green looks a little bit out of place. Similarly, if you use the helium one, that kind of grayish green color looks out of place. That's why we think Sulfur works the best. No skin pattern necessary, just kind of leave that one blank. You could use the lunar white armor on him, and that would look okay. Or you could use, as we have decided, the red shift, kind of replicating that dark red shirt of his. Either one of those is a pretty reasonable option if you're kind of going to try to make Alan the Alien. If you use the lunar color here, let's shift that for a second. At that point, I recommend using the 647NM red glow at the side, because that can help you get some of that red back into the costume again. And down here for the armor emblem, doesn't really matter which direction you go with the armor emblem at this point. Once you unlock the banner and can put something from the your selections of banners on their arm, that might open up some options for you. But right now, these emblems here don't really make much of a difference in terms of what they look like on our Alan the Alien. So that is a selection of another 5 different Invincible skins here in Fortnite that we have customized in response to requests. If you have other ideas for skins that we could make in this game, please do leave them in the comments below. We don't make every recommendation that we get, but we do at least check them all out, and we love to see all the ideas come in. So thank you for giving us those ideas. Very much appreciated. Please do like and subscribe. Check us out on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Triple Hound. Use code Triple Hound in the Fortnite item shop and Epic Games Store. And I think that covers it. That's a lot of skins that we just kind of blistered through in a short period of time. But we wanted to fulfill a big load of Invincible skin requests, so that's where we are. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.